Hey there. How are you today? How is life flowing and growing? What is happening in your personal garden of the mind, of the body? Well, you have arrived here at your practice today, and we get to share it. How fun. So, we'll be focusing on a lovely blend today of breath work and some slow movement and a little bit of somatic therapy. So technically, of course, all of our yoga practices are somatic practices because we are coordinating the breath with the movement, and we're doing repetitious movement. Now, of course, we do take ourselves to different places of challenge, which go a little bit beyond the therapeutic level in some ways, but at the same time, isn't it therapeutic to dig around and see what your strengths are and what the weaknesses are in the moment? You know, there's something quite therapeutic about creating the space to do that, because these are the spaces that many people choose to just gloss over as if they are nothing, right? But we are here in these bodies, and they are finely tuned creations. And if we don't support them well, they're not going to perform very well for us, right? But that's what's so beautiful about our yoga practice is it's time to come onto the mat and just check in with yourself. That's it. You know, I mean, of course, you're here, so you're clearly not into a super traditional style of yoga, because really I am teaching movement. That's all it is, right? And we're coordinating breath and movement and nervous system health and psychotherapy and all of the things that it means to be embodied as a human. Our souls have been here many times, but the bodies in this life, well, they're new for us to get used to, right? And what do our bodies hold? Our bodies also hold the ego. Yes, the ego's in the mind, but it's also attached into the body, right? And our soul is more like something that breathes through us. It stays with us until we transform to the next form. But of course, it's just a little different than being in the mind, right? The ego is a construct of the mind, whereas the soul is part of our spirit. It's part of prana, it's part of chi, it's part of essence, it's part of source, whatever you want to call that thing that animates through you, that allows you to be animated in space in this body. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And that space that's deeply connected to your heart of hearts, the space where you know your truth. You already know the answers to all the questions you have. You already know what you need to do to heal. It's simply about bringing yourself to the acceptance place of that realization. And that is, of course, something else we do in yoga. And that's, you know, in many ways, the process of moksha, or liberation of self. And that's not dying, you know, sure, in some ways, I'm sure that that's liberating too. But in this, it's more about being liberated in yourself, because you are so connected to your deep truth that is in your heart, right? And that is connected through our God gene, aka the pineal gland, right? This is how we communicate ideas from space in through the brain and into the material form. But that's for a whole other conversation. Join yoga school if that kind of thing is enticing to you, because, well, we talk about all kinds of these things much more in depth. So anyway, I'm sure you're in a seated position by this point, but make yourself more comfortable. So if that means having a block, or blocks, I should say, under the outer thighs, then please do that, because we are going to be seated for a little bit more time, moving in through our breath of fire. So if this is not part of your practice yet, please go to the breathe well section and work on your breath of fire there, or Kapalabhati, skull shining breath. Otherwise, let's dive in. So we'll work on the ego eradicator variation. So extending up through the palms, palms face forward, fingers to the ceiling, and just close your fingers together and then make fists. Your thumbs point toward each other, and we're creating an arc line. So we're not tight together yet, but we're staying nice and open. So we've got this beautiful 60 degrees-ish angle. Arms stay super straight and strong. Spine is long. Hips are rooted. It's easy for you to be here. As you're ready, begin breath of fire in and out of the nose. Pump the belly. Keep going. Feel that nice sharp exhale, that beautiful pumping action of your belly. Passive inhales, active exhales. Your arms are strong, your shoulders are down. Shoulder blades feel like they're pulling down. Everything is super strong. You feel your abs starting to get warm. Notice the clarity of your breath. We're almost there. Good. Now breathe in, bring your thumbs together, hold your breath, fingers extend up. Reach. And exhale, sweep the hands out to the sides and down to the ground and onto the thighs. And breathe in and out here. Notice any spaces that might feel like a little bit clogged up or blocked, but also notice all the space you just created, because it's pretty amazing, right? Now, as we're doing this breath, we're also giving a beautiful massage for the inner spaces, right? This is really great for nervous system regulation. This is fabulous for starting to undo some tension in the abdomen as well. And it's also great for undoing trauma in the body, which is why it's recommended to always do these breathing exercises with a teacher until you've had lots and lots of practice. And by that, I mean like years of practice. That's just my opinion. You do you. Bring your opposite leg in front. So we're still seated because we've got more rounds to do. This is also a really great way to shift anything that you've had with your gut issues. This is a great way to start building that digestive fire. Also, a great way if you've been feeling a little heavier in the belly, this is a great way to get toned in that area as well. But let's carry on. Extend through the arms, 60-degree angle. You know what to do with the hands. Thumbs point in. Super strong arms. I repeat myself a lot with this because I know what usually we forget about first. So super strong arms. You're solid in your seated position. Breathe in and out. And begin another round. And breathe in. Thumbs together, extend fingers, hold. And exhale, fingers out and down to the sides and onto the legs. Pause here. Notice your shifting state of awareness. And keep in mind, if you are new to breathing practice, that this type of sensation may feel uncomfortable to you, especially if there is inner tension in the body or old trauma stuck in the body and nervous system, which sadly that is the case for most of us. So if you start to feel uncomfortable here, observe your thoughts. Notice if you first want to go to an anxious thought of a new feeling being wrong or bad or forbidden. And witness that thought. Witness that it is rooted in what? It's rooted in fear. And in this case, it would translate to a fear of self. Because that's what's being reflected back into you. People that may feel they have suppressed inner demons, if you will, they are still reflections of the self. People who have felt taken over even by other thoughts or beliefs or ideas, those too are only welcomed in when we welcome them. This is a process of witnessing. Welcoming and witnessing are two different things. So be the witness of the experience. Recognize this is connecting to the life force that moves through us and the communication between that and the body that we are in. The soul does not hold fear. The body does. Sweep the fingers up to the ceiling. Curl the fingers in, strong arms. Eyes are closed. Focus into your third eye, stimulating the pineal gland awareness. Begin your breath. Sit taller, stronger arms. Remember, take breaks if you need to. It can take a long time to build up the stamina in these practices. Breathe in, thumbs together. Hold. Find some lift in your pelvic floor. Exhale, release the hands. Breathe in and out. Blink open your eyes. Set your props aside. And gather your knees together. Give the legs a nice shake. Beautiful. And slowly turn over into tabletop pose. Tuck the toes and find your downward dog as knees and hips come all the way up and back. Relax your head and neck. Feel your sit bones pull to the wall behind you. You might have knees bent here. Squeeze your arms together. Complete breath in. And breath out. Lower your knees all the way down. Lower your forearms now to the mat, elbows under the shoulders. Palms could be flat down or hands could be together if that's more comfortable for you. Come up into your dolphin pose, knees and hips come up. If you'd like to, you could walk the toes in and come into your forearm balance. Inversions are really, really lovely after doing breath work. But continue to hold your dolphin if forearm balance is not floaty for you right now. Eventually, we'll lower the knees down. Take your time and come into child's pose. Let your palms face up and let your head relax down. Breathe in, breathe out. So your thumbs are out, pinkies in, palms up, hands reach forward. Beautiful. Roll it up to seated on the shins. All right. So wiggle your hips between your heels. Of course, if you need any extra padding here to make this position more comfortable, then go for it. We'll pull the chest forward. So you feel your weight leaning a little bit more forward, but not pressure on the knees. And from here, we'll bring our hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Cross one thumb over the other, left over right for women, right over left for men. Keep pulling your heart forward and then draw your elbows together so your chest is getting really open here. This is beautiful for stretching the muscles on the chest, throat, and face, and wonderful for stimulating the thyroid and the parathyroid. So draw the elbows together, reach your knuckles back, breath of fire. Your gaze is just forward as you give yourself this massage from the inside out. Use your breath, clear the inner spaces, stronger arms. Really squeeze the hands together. Keep going. Breathe in. And exhale, slowly release. Come all the way up to your seat on your shins. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring your forearms forward and down on the mat. Float knees and hips up. Dolphin pose. If you want to go into the forearm balance because it feels good for you, go for it, but not if it feels like a ton of effort. Be in the space where you're really feeling strong and supported in your shoulders while also being connected with your breath. And lower the knees down from wherever you've gone. Take your time. Roll back up to seated on the shins. Wiggle your hips in between your heels. Breathe in, breathe out. Notice all the space that created. Lean your chest forward. Bring your hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers, squeeze the palms nice and tight, elbows draw together. Your gaze is forward, throat is open, knuckles reach back, and breath of fire. It's optional, of course. You could do slow, deep breathing here as well if that suits you better today. Breathe in, hold, and release. Sit all the way up. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring your hands and elbows forward and down, hips away from the heels. Now from here, we're moving the legs out to the sides in frog pose. So heels are in line with the knees are in line with the hips. If this is newer to your practice, of course, you're gonna wanna slow your setup so you can really double check and refine. Your hips are in line with the knees. Make sure you check it out. You might have to come up onto your hands to check it out. Inner edges of your feet are on the mat. Heels and ankles align with the knees. They're not coming inward. And we breathe in and breathe out. Enjoying all the space to let the hips sink here. You might notice that you're able to soften a little deeper because your body is still registering all the stuff from opening your heart in that previous Kriya. So just a few more breath cycles here. Nice and easy. You might notice some shaking through the body. This is a good thing. It's what we're going for. We're deeply going into the body so we can release hidden stuff in there, yeah? Because we like to hide stuff in the body that is uncomfortable to look at or to feel. And that's, of course, what we do in my classes. That's kind of my specialty, is going into those depths and just being in the space of feeling, being the witness. And finding a space of acceptance for what is rather than fighting it. If you feel lots of shakes today, okay. If you feel nothing and you feel kind of numb today, okay. Whatever your experience is on the spectrum of human is fine. And being with it, right? And if we find spaces of pain, physically, emotionally, mentally, we learn to observe it from a different perspective. We learn to feel in a different way. We learn to be the observer, be the witness. Nice and easy. Draw your chest forward and down until you can easily just let your body weight rest. And then just gently start to straighten your legs out and bring them behind you. And don't worry about your position on the mat, just hang out here. It's more important to let your body just relax than it is to be the other way on your mat or whatever it is. Let your forehead rest down. And then take your time, plant the palms under the shoulders, press yourself to child's pose, and if you need to, reposition yourself on the mat. Let your head relax down. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Roll yourself up, sweep the feet around front. So you're seated on your hips, knees are bent. And just bring the inner edges of the feet together and let the knees open up a bit, but not super wide. We're not doing like a butterfly pose. We're keeping the legs more actively together. Okay, so they're about shoulder width or so. Hands reach forward. Now we're rocking back and forward on the hips. And this rocking sensation is oh so helpful for the nervous system for many different reasons, but all in all, just the sensation of rocking has been proven to help humans on many levels of bringing their nervous system to a regulated space, even to the point of helping people with addiction issues. If they can incorporate a rocking practice, they're a whole lot less likely to go pick up that substance again or be addicted to whatever it is that is causing that disconnect inside. So we continue this rocking sensation and this rocking movement, and notice it's not a huge movement. We're not doing big movements here. We're moving within what, 6 to 8 inch space. Your abdomen will get some work. This is another practice that if you've felt like you've had like some stubborn weight, this is really effective because we go through the pathway of calming the nervous system first. Because here's the thing, you don't get trauma out of your body by traumatizing yourself. And traumatizing yourself is doing intense workouts, okay, in a way, right? So intensity is in many ways traumatizing for the body, right? Because think of it, we get like muscle tears, we put pressure on ourselves, but that's the opposite of what we need for healing, right? Nice and easy, come into stillness, adjust your feet flat on the mat and just relax over your thighs. So when it comes to healing ourselves from the inside out, we need to create the conditions for healing, right? So that's why you can't force yourself to get better. You know, if you get flu or like you get sick or something like that, whatever, you know, you can't force it to get out. But what you can do is you can create an environment where it does not want to live, right? So in that case, it's, get a good amount of rest, drink lots of fluids, have lots of vitamin C, get out in the sunshine and have your vitamin D. And there's a whole bunch of other things. It's just, there are many ways to create an environment in your body that does not want to be host to trauma. And the way that we do that is by creating nurturing space from within. But there's nothing nurturing about forcefulness. And that can be a big lesson for the ego. So let's do another round. But this is really to encourage the softening, not the hardening. So reposition your legs. You know what to do. Hands reach forward, arms are long. And let's start our little rock and roll here. So just nice, easy rocks. And remember, when we do these types of movements too, it's like, because we're aiming to create a nourishing and nurturing environment, that means that our movement is not full of tension, right? Like, yes, we have some muscular tension happening here, of course, in order to create the movement. But overall, we're relatively lazy with our movement, right? Like, we're just kind of moving, but it's not something that's really arduous or requires a ton of strength. This is more just moving with the momentum that's within our body. That's what's so beautiful about it. And if you could think of, if you've ever ridden a horse, whether you do Western or English or bareback, whatever, you get into the rhythm of the movement of the horse, right? And you learn to move together, right? It's like a breathing together. It's a rocking motion, totally. We get into this motion that allows the body to just tap in to that space of, oh, right, it's okay. I'm okay. We're here and now. Life is happening, just the basic things. And let's pause, bring the feet down to the mat, relax your upper body forward, relax your arms, relax your head. Breath is in and out of the nose. Good. Now let's come back into a seated position. Oops. Bring the arms out to the sides. Palms face forward, thumbs up, fingers in. And just start to draw circles forward with your arms. Keep them long and strong. Your spine is long. And of course, you have whatever support you may need to make sure that you can be in a cross-legged position with ease. And that might mean sitting on a chair. That's okay. Modify for you. Adjust for you. All this practice, we do this together, and it is up to you to make it better for you. I know I offer all kinds of different options in these classes, and we have such a wide variety. And the real goal is to help you do this for yourself. And let's come into stillness. Relax the hands down. Just pause for a moment. Unlocking some of the commonly tense areas in the chest, in the shoulders, and all around the ribs and the upper back. So let's extend our arms out to the sides again. This time, palms face up, and we curl the fingers in so your thumbs are pointing to the wall behind you. Arms are long and strong, and draw backwards circles now. And stay nice and tall in your spine. And the circles are not huge. We're just doing little circles here. Notice all that stirring that's happening in your shoulder sockets. Maybe you can even feel this deep in your armpits and around your ribs. Beautiful. And come to stillness, relax the hands down. And then let's switch out the legs. So opposite leg in front to what you had. And we'll just use our fingers here, and we're just massaging into the jaw. So in front of your ears, just move forward a little and you'll find the jaw joint, the joint of the jaw, the mandible, and just give a nice massage here. And we can use fingers around back of the ear and in front as well, and do just gentle massage. No need to push really deeply here. We really just want to stimulate the skin. And then after a little bit of massage, like circular massage, then you can use your whole palm, fingers in front of and behind the ear, so index behind and other fingers in front, and just sweep the hands down the sides of the neck and the front of the throat. And then come closer toward the back of the neck, so your fingers just wrap around back and you pull down and down the traps and toward the collarbones. And we'll do that just one more time, pulling down. And we'll start tapping above the collarbones, really gentle tapping. We just want to feel the little bounce from the skin as if we were tapping on a spider web. So really gently, without breaking the spider web. Breathe in, breathe out. Good. And we'll go back and just do a nice easy massage for the face. So using your fingers, starting toward bridge of nose inside the eyes, sweep the fingers up and across the forehead, out to the temples, and just do that a few more times. Maybe you want to include your thumbs and give a little massage into the skull. That can feel really nice here as well. Maybe you prefer the sweeping out to the sides with the fingers just on the face, whatever you like. We'll switch to underneath the eyes now and across the cheekbones. I sometimes like to do both at the same time and just move my middle fingers to my eyebrows and index to the cheekbones. But whatever feels good for you, we just want to get into the muscles of the face and then eventually just move your fingers down the sides of the nose so that you get under the cheekbone. Nice little massage for all those little spaces of your beautiful faces. And come down under the nose to the upper lip and just massage there. Bring it back out to the jaw. And go from the chin, so you're under the lip, and just pull back, up the jawline. Again, not super hard. We just want to stimulate the skin. And then go from the chin and down the throat, nice and easy. And then the chin, pull the fingers back down the throat. And then you could once again go behind the ears and in front of the ears. And just gently massage down. Maybe you want to give your jaw a little bit more massage. Open the mouth and massage in there. And maybe get down with your massage again. Couple more times. Remember to do the back of your neck and pull it forward over the traps as well for a couple rounds. And then we'll tap out on the collarbones, just above the collarbones, nice and easy. Breathe in, breathe out. And come to stillness. Notice how you're feeling. Notice that you've dropped into yourself and there's a new sense of peace from within. And notice that you did that. You brought yourself to this place by honoring the wisdom of your body and being witness to your experience rather than attaching to it. Oftentimes people think that non-attachment means you are not loving, but the art of non-attachment is to indeed love so deeply in ourselves, in our trust of universe, in our trust of life, source energy. We have so much trust that we can allow ourselves just to be, and we can allow other people just to be as well. Loving in the way that makes others feel free to be exactly who they are. That's loving without attachment. Loving without the need to control anything other than yourself. Loving in the face of being disappointed or being afraid or being disgusted. Being able to love in the face of humanity, no matter the mask. And again, this doesn't mean that we welcome dark energy into our lives. It means that we can be witness and we can recognize that there is a vast spectrum of human emotion and experience, and it's been this way forever. So can we witness God in all, no matter how we choose to judge or label as good or bad or whatever? Nice and easy. Let's close the legs together. Give the legs a little shake and lay down onto your back. Shoulder blades are flat. Draw your skull away from your shoulders so that your neck feels long. Check in with the shoulder blades again and inch your hips away from your armpits. Let's bring the hands onto the knees and keep the legs together. Your arms are long and strong here. And just draw your navel down and toward your spine until you feel your lower and mid back connect to the ground. Once you've got that, legs stay together, start to draw circles with your knees. Just nice, easy circles. Whatever direction you go is perfect. We're really observing the connection that we have through the sacral bone or the back of your hips. So see if you can draw that beautiful elliptical shape on the back of your hips. Notice any spaces that might feel disconnected or jagged and just try to smooth it out. Breath is in and out of the nose. And nice and easy, come to stillness. And then reverse your circle. So go the other way, legs stay together. And again, though we're drawing this elliptical shape on the sacrum, what are we also doing? Is we're still rocking. So we're offering the nervous system that opportunity to regulate even more. We're already in a regulated state, but this just helps to reiterate some of those healing properties. Your breath is natural, no need to put effort into the breathing, just be here. And now just rock your knees side to side. And then forward and back. And reach the knees forward and let the feet come down to the mat. Adjust your shoulder blades again. Make sure that you feel really nice and open in your chest. Your neck is still long. And just draw a nice easy breath in. And on your exhale, relax your right leg all the way down, as wide as your mat. And then lower your left leg down, as wide as your mat. Let's allow the arms to relax overhead so your palms face up. Your shoulder blades are still flat and your arms are relaxed here. Close your eyes. And we'll start to scan through the body. And for today's body scanning meditation, just visualize that you have a really sweet little kitten with you, or puppy, or like whatever. And they're just gently walking across your body. And notice the sensation of them walking on your arms, across your chest, all the way down the abdomen and the hips. And feel them walk down your legs. And continue your body scan like that. And you may notice that there are certain areas that maybe you don't notice the sensation of your imaginary animal walking around you or walking on you. And that's okay. There are areas of disconnect in the body. It happens. That's why we're here, right? We're learning to connect deeper to ourselves from the inside out. So become aware. And eventually, after your animal is done scanning through your body and giving you a lovely little massage walking across your body, that lovely animal just settles in with you to relax for Shavasana. Remembering that Shavasana is a really important part of our practice, arguably the most important part, because it's the time we have to simply be with ourselves. The moment we rush off into the next task is the moment that we just dysregulated our nervous system. The point is to recognize the work that we've done and also to learn from it and apply it. This is called integration. So applying it to our daily lives so that we can continue to heal through the day. Now, this doesn't mean that we don't do the things we need to do. It does mean, though, that our approach slows down and we learn to prioritize the well-being of our nervous system, the well-being of ourselves, before we begin to extend our energy outward. Notice how amazing it is to be you. And bring a nice full breath in, maybe even a gentle smile to the face. Maybe a yawn, maybe a stretch and reach. Bring that beautiful breath in. Enjoy all the space you've created from the inside. And bend your knees as you drag the heels along the mat to bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a lovely rock side to side. And then bring yourself up to a seat, however you'd like to, in a seat that's comfortable for you. And notice how you're feeling. And just pausing, hands on the knees, feeling completely grounded and at ease. And draw a breath in of loving gratitude into yourself. And breathe it out for everyone else. And thank you for our practice today. Wishing you all a wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I hope you feel amazing and regulated and ready for the rest of what's going to come until we get to practice together again. Sending you a lot of love. Thank you so much for being here. Bye.